Hello, my name is Garrett Gell.
And I'm Bryce Gonzalez.
And it's Spies Among Us, from OSS to CIA. Congratulations on completing your test. From carrying that heavy load of a creek while being human to learn how to fight hand-to-hand in combat. Now it's my duty to inform all of you about what is going on. As you are all well aware, American involvement in the British Isles started last year in 1942. This particular project is codenamed Operation Eclipse. My name is Bill Downey. I'm the founder and director of the OSS, Office of Strategic Services. We're based here in London, England, and our main objective is to bring down the Nazi regime and end the Second World War. Now, my sources have informed me that the Nazis are using chemical warfare and are experimenting on Sicilian prisoners. Any questions?
Pardon me, but what exactly is our task?
You'll be assuming the identity of the average citizen and will find out about the Nazis' plans. Your identity will be given according to your personality, training, languages, and knowledge of the community. You're to report to the location you were given. Good evening, Mr. President. We're making good progress. We have a new set of recruits. Yes, we found out as much as we can about the chemical warfare. For now, we should call it the project. Yes, we're also working on the capture of Sicily. Dick Kennedy's in charge of that, sir. Thank you, my friend. Goodbye.
Good morning, monsieur. I'm here for my assignment.
Yes, a few questions first. What languages do you speak?
Francais, English, and Italiano.
What training have you completed?
Hand-to-hand combat, non-combat, weapons training, the Enigma machine, parachuting, and use of small boats. Oh, and the splash handing with the bright light shining for hours.
What experience do you have in any other country?
I grew up in France and have lived in Italy for the past 2 years. I've worked as a housekeeper and have had many compliments on my cooking skills.
Your name is now Marianette. You were born in Ordor-sur-Glane in Middle France. You are 18 years old and work as a housekeeper at the L'Hôtel Lutetia in Paris. There you will gather information and live on Nazi conversations. You are to report to Agent X, who will be disguised as a recruit officer.
But how will I know who Agent X is or where to meet him?
He will contact you. Your code word is... Now here's the supplies you'll be needing.
What is this? It looks like an aspirin.
That is the Elville.
And what is its purpose?
That is a capsule of potassium cyanide. If chewed, you'll be dead in minutes. If placed in the mouth or swallowed whole, it will not dissolve, and it is harmless. This is your most important item. If you were to capture it in your mouth.
And this? Am I to wear this?
That is actually a hollow container for you to place small documents in. Remember, things are not always as they seem. Trust no one, not even your friends. Cover the tiniest detail matters.
When am I to leave?
You're scheduled to fly out tomorrow night with the carpetbaggers. We're working with a guerrilla group in France known as the stockbrokers. They leave leaflets and other supplies that night. You're to place your weapons in a concealed container. The stockbrokers will see you to your destination point. Good luck.
What if I'm in trouble?
Your safe word is Bermuda. You have an armed agent nearby you at all times. If all else fails, use your Size 22 caliber. Oh, Mr. Roosevelt? Yes, I'm here to talk to you about an Austrian man named Albert Einstein. He has a clear background in working on the development of the A-bomb in the Manhattan Project. Thank you, my friend. See you soon.
At the end of World War I, the German government was advised that they could not have an intelligence agency without an intelligence agency. When World War II arrived, the Nazis discovered a loophole in this agreement and used the counterintelligence as an intelligence agency. They developed the Enigma machine that had spies and practiced in currency using Jewish concentration camp prisoners. The American reaction was the development of the OSS.
Persons entering the business of espionage would need to be able to dress plainly and fit into normal, everyday activity as a common citizen. After completing their training, a spy would be flown out in a supply plane and dropped through a hole in the plane called a Joe hole, along with needed supplies, letters, pamphlets, and other propaganda material needed for misleading the enemy. To remain undetected, the planes and their crew called carpetbaggers flew at a high altitude, usually at night. Many times these drops were arranged with resistance forces. The spy would have a prearranged destination and contacts. Using code words, spies meet with each other to exchange information and report to their superiors. Their lives depend upon putting on their greatest theatrical performance. It is essential that onlookers are convinced that the conversation is harmless, even though valuable information is passed in between them. Reaction is death or punishment.
Je ne parle pas le mot.
Madrid,
Dear Marie,
this dragons of dragons in these books. Have you seen them?
Why, no, monsieur, I've not seen any dragons lately, but I may have some information about where they may be if you have the time.
It's a cold day. Do you have a pipe so I may enjoy a smoke with my comrades? I seem to have misplaced mine.
Why, of course, monsieur. You probably missed it when you were chasing dragons.
Thank you. I wish to see you again soon.
Hope to see you again, too. Goodbye.
The Allies took Tunisia on all the countries of Africa. The US has devised a plan to capture Sicily without sacrificing troops. The Allies debated for a long while if they struck the soft underbelly of Hitler's Europe. They planned to trick the Nazis into abandoning Sicily, and then they would advance up the Italian peninsula to enter the European mainland. If this was successful, the road to taking the European coast would be paved, aka D-Day, and the Normandy invasion. The man called Operation Mince was to take the body of a young man that had died of pneumonia, thus appearing as a drowning victim. Dress him as a British naval officer, put both fingers and maps in his pocket, place a love letter and other personal supplies in his pockets, and finally place the body in the water to space. Every detail had to be planned to perfection.
Good evening, Dick Kennedy here giving an update on Operation Mincemeat. The paperwork was on complete and we had Agent Charity write the love letter. The body was deployed off the coast of Spain, and if all goes perfectly, the Nazis will abandon Sicily altogether. And that's when the war will be ours. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Goodbye. Alright, it's deployed right here.
Kennedy, there's a German spy here asking questions about the pilot washed up the other day. Lieutenant Commander Ewan Montague of the Royal Navy. He came to my house, asked me to my capital questions. I walked in at the Ventari for a bit and pretended to be drunk and green